So I'm keeping an eye on things like that. Okay, so that's why I'm looking at this one. So it'll probably end up pushing lower today. Again, we're still planning for both sides, but if it pushes lower, expect it to come back a few days later. Okay, because it is after it hit this low here. Okay, once it came back to this area right here, boom, it's bouncing off of it and it's continuing to make its higher lows, okay, and higher highs. So just expect that from it. As far as the intraday trading, again, so this just has to get out of this area here, but if it manages to get out of this area here, it should hit this level here without issues. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that clip. That was a clip from Friday. That was Friday's one of our stocks on our watch list for Friday, and obviously it performed well. And my question for you is, do you like adventure? You know, are you open to adventure? Are you open to, for example, taking risks? Are you open and comfortable taking risk? What is your tolerance, guys? What is your tolerance for taking risk, for going the extra mile, for doing things that you need to do to be successful when it comes to trading? And my response to that is that you honestly don't need to take that much risk to be profitable, guys. You don't need to take too much risk or go out of the way, go out of line to make a decent profit. And, I'm covering this one because I covered it on Friday. And this is the notes that I had for ILMNN. Okay, guys, take a look. So ILMNN, and let's just focus here on our profits on our short side. Okay, so we plan for both sides as always. And obviously ILMN hit all of our targets and then some because it had a low of 279, guys, okay? Had a low of 279, so obviously it hit all of our targets. So now when looking at ILMNN, Illumina, ILMNN, it's one of our earnings picks. I was expecting at least a $10 move. And these are the notes that I have for it, guys. On a gap down, expect to push higher to attempt to close the gap before resuming the lower move. Sold off 6 out of 8 earnings, mostly without challenge. Large black block candles. Last 2 Q3s, massive red. Seems to sell off only to recover hard. Again, this is the key. This is why I'm covering this today, guys. Only to recover hard the days that follow. So good swing play. Okay? Good swing play. My question to you is, what would you have done with this information? What would you have done with this information? And the question I get is, how did you see this coming? And guys, it's all a part of the system. It's all a part of the strategy. It comes with a plan. It comes with the strategy to be able to see this. Once you're immersed in the stocks, immersed in the charts, immersed into the system, you're going to start seeing these more and more and more yourself, okay? So that's what I wanted to share here, because take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look at ILMNN, okay? And let's take a look at what it did on Friday. This is Friday, okay? So obviously it broke through all of our levels. So it hit, all the way down to 286. Let's zoom out here a little bit. So 285, 286 was the ultimate target I had for it, okay? Right around there, guys, right? 286, which it did pretty much on the first 10-minute candle. So all you had to do was jump in. And again, guys, maybe you missed it. Maybe, this push was too hard. I was not able to get in. The spread was too wide. I was not able to get a decent fill. I missed it. Perfect. Okay, you don't have to make it in every time, guys. You know what? You missed it. You missed it. Not a big deal, but take a look at the bigger picture. What did the note say, guys? What did the note say? Massive reds seems to sell off only to recover hard the days that follow. Okay? But what does that mean to me, Ron? I missed the move. Okay, well, again, look at the signs that you're getting on the day, okay? It's already having issues breaking down below this level here. All you had to do was go over the charts to see what was happening already. And even if you didn't take the trade on this day, right, and gave yourself the time to actually plan for this recovery, because again, it sells off hard only to recover massively the days that follow. Take a look at this. Tell me you could not have taken advantage of this. What would you have done with this information? How could you have made money on this rally today? This thing went up without challenge, guys. Look at this. Could you have made money on this rally today? It went all the way from, let's see, what is this? 295, 295, right? 295, 294 and change, right? All the way up to 310 or so, right? 310, 312, or 312, 313 and change, I think it was the high. Look at your charts and verify the high of the day. But it was definitely a push higher that you could have definitely taken advantage of. I mean, the information was there for you. All you had to do was pay attention and not miss it. Because I did say on the call, hey, keep an eye on this one because it's going to be a potential good swing play. So don't take your eyes off of it because it's probably going to have a nice push higher. And today it had a nice little push higher, and it gave us a nice little high at around 311.88 or so. So as you can see here, this was an awesome play for today alone, you know. So even if you missed it, and here's an example, guys. It opened at 290, 292, below 295. So let's say you would have taken the 295s today. These things, look, for the first 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. This is a 10-minute chart, guys. Okay, look at this. Let me illustrate this a little bit better for you. Look at this thing here. Okay, $3 and change, guys. $3 to $4. You could have picked this up right here. Between $3 and $4, you could have picked this up. You could have picked it up for $1.60 on Friday, but even if you didn't, it's fine. Not a big deal. You know, you missed it. You didn't trust the system, but whatever. Friday or Monday, you definitely got a solid signal telling you, hey, man, this thing may actually rally. It might actually pull off what Ron said. How did you see this coming, Ron? How, Sway? How? How, Ron? How did you see this? You know, how did you see this coming? You know, and again, guys, it's all in the charts. It's all there. It's a part of the system. Let's take a look. You could have picked these up from anywhere between $3 and $4, and it hit a high of $13.80. Again, could you have made some money on this? A simple $300 to $400 investment, guys, could have pocketed you over $1,100, $1,300, $1,200. You know, pick your poison or your exit point. It doesn't matter. Easy 100 to 200% gain on this trade here. If you would have invested $300 to $400, $450, it doesn't matter. Easy way to double your account or double that trade, not necessarily the account, on one simple trade that was pointed out for you on Friday. So now, do you take advantage of it is the question I have for you. So now, but whatever, Ron, I don't really care. That's in the past. That's Friday. You know, what else? What else is there? Okay, well, the other ones that we covered on Friday, again, we've always planned for both sides, but let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon was another one. You know, look at this. Hit all of these targets beautifully. You know, we're expecting a $30+ move. It normally performs better when it gaps up, but you know what? It gapped down and it gave us, you know, a perfect run. Don't ignore it. You know, the system was there. So, you know, this is what happened with the rest of the ones we had on the list for Friday. Also moved without challenge, moved lower as expected. Nice solid black. All targets hit and then some. That was ILMNN. Awesome breakout. Probably a little scary at first look, but even if you got in on the pullback, bounce off of the 1704, cross back above 1715, still $15+ move, which is easy, which is why I like these. You know, just missed, you know, 1741 target, may still have more to go. And this is by the time when I typed this up, guys, it was only 10:13 a.m. So obviously it broke these levels and went all the way up to 1764 without any problems. Okay. All right, this one, deck did not open the gap, but the gap up as expected also sold off nicely. Eyes on for a potential swing play, same as ILMNN. And then Shopify was choppy. Honestly, this is the only one that stopped me out, guys. Shopify stopped me out. It just didn't perform as expected. So, you know, altogether, 3 out of 4 performed very well. Only one of them stopped us out. And by any means, any of the rest of these would have made up for any stop loss that would have been hit on any on Shopify or any other ones. Okay. So that's all it is, guys. The market internals told us what was happening, and that's exactly what happened. All right, so who cares, Ron? I don't care about Friday anymore. Friday's in the past. What about today? What about tomorrow? What's going on? What's happening next? Okay, and as far as what's happening next, guys, you know, this is my watch list for today. And again, this is Spotify. We always plan for both sides. So here we go. This is what happened today. So Spotify obviously hit all of our targets to the upside and then some, because they hit a high of 143. So it was an awesome trade. And as far as I'm concerned, I had the the 140 strike calls at 85 cents. And if you want to, if you can, go ahead and check out the chart for that individual contract expiring this week and see what the high of that contract was, so that you can see how much would you have made if you would have invested $850. And then be honest with yourself, look through that chart and see and tell yourself where you likely would have gotten out, and just do the math on how much you actually would have been would have pocketed for yourself. So from $850 investment, which you would have been able to get 10 contracts, guys. Right, you would have been able to pick up 10 contracts. And you didn't have to do the 140s. Honestly, the 135s would have probably been a little bit better. But I saw the volume coming in, and I decided to go out of the money, which is not what I normally recommend. But the opportunity was there. I saw the potential for the move higher to 140 plus. And that's exactly what it did. So again, guys, go ahead and review that chart for that contract and see. So again, we placed here. $8 to $10 move is expected. Tends to rally on positive results. So what happened today? Again, go ahead and look at the chart. Look at the contracts for the 135s and the 140s. Again, I picked these up at 85 cents. Go ahead and take a look at the high and how high those went today, so you can see and do the math for yourself. How many would you have been able to get? How much profit would you have been able to lock in if you trusted the system placed before you? Okay, and then TTD was the other one. Okay, so TTD did exactly what I said. It's likely to hit this level here and then probably bounce higher. My initial thought was that it was going to probably push lower, but since it didn't break that level, you know what? It's gonna bounce off of this level we had an issue with on Friday. And again, we always plan for both sides, but let's take a look. Here we go, guys. It definitely went through 3 out of our 4 targets today without any issues. So again, go ahead and take a look at that. Let's play a clip of TTD so you guys can see what that was like. Actually, we'll play a clip of Spotify and TTD so you guys can see what those were like. All right, so that's that. And then the next level after that, obviously, right, you're right there, pretty much right at 140. So anywhere between this low here, which would be the next, like the low of this little tight little range here, and then the top of that little range is obviously, if you're still in by this time, obviously. So the markets are pushing higher, very thin volume. So the markets may start doing that. So now it is important to pay attention to those key levels on the markets. Pay attention to your market internals and pay attention to these levels, guys. Now the market is trying to break that all-time high. Boom. If it stays above that, the ad is pushing higher, the VIX is pushing lower, calls, especially with things that are highly correlated. This is at 0.93, so it is highly correlated. Do not question it. Look at the markets already pushing higher. So if they don't come back below these levels, we're going higher today. And again, the benefit of doing earnings plays is that they tend to do their own thing. They tend to have more aggressive moves than the rest of the market. Since the markets have very thin volume overall right now as they move higher. So just be careful with that one, okay? All right, so looking at TTD, this one is a mover, guys. TTD likes to move, about $9 to $10 a day. If it tricks you that it makes it look like it's going lower, it definitely needs to break this level that it was hesitating on Friday, right here. This right here, okay? So, and I know I didn't add that level on the sheet, but there was a Darvis box right here, guys. So just keep in mind that, look, it came up here and it hesitated at this level here. So if it opens anywhere between here or up here and then it shoots down, this is definitely a level to keep an eye on. It needs to break this level. If it hesitates there, again, look at this. Look how long it stayed here. This is a lot of, like, over an hour, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, you know what I mean? Like, this is a lot of time to bounce off of this level here without breaking it. This is a problem. You have to recognize that and take action. 203, okay? So we are right here, guys. 203. It's not really doing much of a gap of anything. So it's right here. It's right around this little rectangle I drew here. So if it manages to break above this, these levels here should not be an issue. So now I'm looking at this last level of reversal. This is where it reversed last time. And then this is the Darvis high. As you can see here, once they touch that level after hitting that low and reverse. So these are two crucial areas, but once it breaks through here, if it manages to break above here, there's no reason for it not to hit these levels here, okay? One or two, or both, all right? And if it manages to break above that, so this is the $10 move, so I wouldn't expect it to break the 212 level unless massive volume comes in. So again, we're already at 203, 202. If it manages to get up here, this is profit-taking time. It's really no point in fighting it, especially if it does it in the first 20, 30, 45 minutes. Take your money. Don't fight the market. Don't fight the system. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind, guys, what the expected move for the day is. When you see that the move is done, acknowledge that, especially if it's pausing there. Don't be stubborn. It's like, you know what? And at least start taking some profits, okay? So same thing with Spotify. Spotify on usual only moves about $3. Today, you can expect it to do anywhere between $7 and $10. And I'm leaning more towards the 10 because that's what it's done. If you go through the earnings, you'll see that it does like $10 moves. So just pay attention to that and know, oh shit, it already did its load. It blew its load. Let me take my money and run, okay? Call it a day. It is Monday. Don't overtrade, all right? All right, guys, and now, again, what about the future, Ron? What's going on? Well, what I'm going to do for you guys today is I'm going to go ahead and share tomorrow's watch list with you guys. So this was my watch list for today. Again, Spotify, awesome break, guys. 143, definitely hit a lot of our targets. This was my watch list for today. And again, as I covered on the call, even though I had two of them, I knew I probably wasn't going to trade. What is this? Chesapeake Checkpoint. I probably wasn't going to trade this. It's just not one that I'm used to trading, so I left it alone. I was looking for volume to see, which one had more volume. If this one would have came in with more volume, I might have taken a look at it. But Spotify, I had a solid plan for, so I went with Spotify. So what I'm gonna do for you guys today is I'm gonna go ahead and share tomorrow's watch list. You can check the links below. Again, we have some solid movers here for tomorrow, guys. So just be ready for anything. You know what I mean? This is the list for tomorrow. Go ahead and take a look through these and see which ones you like better. Which ones have a potential for a move. I mean, all of these move pretty much quite a bit, okay? And especially Google. You see it normally does 24. Expect an easily $40 to $50 move tomorrow if the volume comes in. I mean, last time we had a break like this, it kind of stalled out the next day, and then it had to wait the day after the earnings before it actually moved. But I'm going to go through all of these. This is my list. You guys are free to have access to this list for my list for tomorrow. These are the ones I'm going to be looking at and potentially be playing some of these, one or two of these for tomorrow. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Once again, what could you have done with this information? So just go ahead and click the links below. Make sure you get a copy of the watch list. Make sure you go ahead and sign up for, Discord room. Sign up for the Discord room, take the course. If you don't feel like you need the course, just sign up for the Discord room and get access to all of this, get access to the great community that we have going on here, guys, and just get trading. Let's get this money, because that's what we're here for. The season is upon us. The VIX is coming down to key levels where we are expecting a potential bounce anywhere between now and April. Big money went into some April calls on the VIX. So did you catch that? It's some of the stuff that we're pointing out on the room. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.